Hello, this is Miss Ware. Welcome to Thinking Thursday. Today we're going to visit the Legacy Zoo. Hello, scientists. There is some vocabulary that you need to remember before we get started. For instance, when Miss Ware makes any of her enclosures, she has to think about the habitat. What is the natural home of that creature, and what does it need to live, to be comfortable, and to thrive? The two main things that I'm going to address today are temperature, which is the amount of heat present, and the humidity, which is how much water vapor is in the atmosphere or the air. Now, I have several different types of animals in the Legacy Zoo. For instance, I have mollusk, which is the type of mollusk I have is a snail. I have some arthropods, like pill bugs / roly-polies, ghost shrimp, crawdad, crickets, and I have reptiles, my 2 ball pythons, my 4 crested geckos, my 2 leopard geckos. I have an amphibian, which is my axolotl. I have some fish. I have 2 kinds of minnows and 1 koi fish, and I even have some birds that live in safe place. Let's go meet them. All right, so as you see, there are 2 different kind of minnows, these orange ones and these more brownish ones. And there is this big, beautiful axolotl here. If you think of any names, by all means. Also, over here, there is the, come on guys, come with me. There is the koi catfish and some little baby minnows. My axolotl currently doesn't have a name, so if you think of one, you should put it in the comments.
Miss Ware, is this where the shrimp live?
Yes, but they're harder to find. They're transparent. Oh, there's one right there. Right by the axolotl's tail.
What does transparent mean?
It means you can see through it. Like the glass that you are viewing the axolotl in is transparent. You can see through it. Fun fact, axolotls have gills and lungs. His gills, those frilly things around his head. All right, scientists, these are leopard geckos, so named because of their patterns. They look like they have leopard spots. How cool is that? They are primarily from dry grasslands in the Middle East, in Asia, and in India. So when I made their environment, I had to make sure that it was not too humid because they're used to drier things or places. But they do need some humidity to help them when they shed. Here's their environment. And also I put a heating pad like this underneath so that they have a place to get warm, because all the places that they are from or they found are warm places. All right, this is my crawdad. He eats fish, so I put fish in there for him. And I put a lot of sand or sediment so he can filter through it. I kind of knocked over his little house. Hold on, let me set it up right.
Miss Ware, why are there Legos in there?
Well, my best friend told me that they like to build or rearrange things. So I gave them some materials to use. Well, him. I had 2. All right, these are crested geckos, also known as eyelash geckos. They are indigenous to this island off the coast of Australia, which I think is pretty cool. They are also arboreal, which means they like to climb and be in trees. I have 4, you can see 2 right here. There's 1 hiding in this cave. They eat this really cool little diet of like fruits, nectar, and insects. They sell it in this powder form. And you add water, and then it becomes this. Voila. So they need it very humid. So I have to make sure that I spray their cage down a lot. Make sure their plants have lots of moisture to grow and that they have lots of moisture. Ooh, really cool, fun thing. My favorite crested gecko, which if you know me, you know which one that is, she recently laid eggs and they're buried right there.
Miss Ware, I can't see the eggs.
You won't be able to see them because they're buried.
Oh, under the ground. Okay.
Yes. Yo, leave a comment if you know which one is my favorite. All right, these are our birds. They live in a safe place. Now, if you are in pre-K, you should know whether these are living or non-living. Leave your comments. All right, last but not least, my ball pythons. These guys are my favorite thing in the zoo. So these pythons, they are indigenous to West and Central Africa. Now, they like it pretty humid, and you can tell that the humidity is just right if when they shed in one piece like this. So both of them recently shed, and they shed in one piece, which is great.
Miss Ware, is that their skin?
Yeah, that's their skin. They shed it off. Also, to help with the humidity, I have plants in here. I don't know their names. And you have to have a water dish that they can fit in, because sometimes they like to soak.
Are these ball pythons dangerous? I hear snakes are dangerous.
They're not. So they're pretty harmless to us, especially because they are constrictors, which means that they strangle their prey and eat it whole. They don't like inject it with venom. They don't have any venom. Venomous snakes have more of a diamond-like head because they have their what do you call those things that they secrete? They have these pouches where they use to create and house their venom right there at the back of their heads, and so their head shape is a little more triangular than this.
How do you know she's not going to strangle your wrist?
Well, I mean, she would have no reason to. So since snakes, they are exothermic, they get their heat from their environment. They don't make it themselves, so they like to conserve their energy when they can. So they're not just going to strangle random things they can't eat. That's a waste of energy. Oh, I forgot. Come back over here, scientists. So I forgot to tell you that axolotls are from Mexico. That's pretty cool. And also that crawdads are from here. Like that crawdad that I have was donated to the Legacy Zoo by Dale Stewart. Thanks, Dale, for the crawdad.